Alright. So, let's try this at a reduced bitrate, if it means I avoid dropping any more frames over the fucking network. I sincerely hope this will still look fine to anyone watching. For context, if you want to know how low I've had to, adjust some of the settings in particular, rather than going for the max recommended bitrate that Twitch usually suggests for something that's streaming at 1080p, 60 FPS, I bumped it down from 6,000 kilobytes per second to 4,000. It was actually, at the very start of the stream, 50,000, not 50, just 5,000 during the pre-stream thread, and OBS was still telling me that frames were occasionally dropping. So I made an adjustment in the middle of that. We'll see if that solves it completely. And if it somehow doesn't, then, well, fuck me, I guess. I don't know. I assume it'll still look good. It'll just probably muddy the CRT filter effect a little bit more. Anyway, trying to remember where the hell I was last time. Oh yeah, I'm one upgrade away from having a maxed out Blackbird. Did I still need to? Yeah, I still need to do trial missions. I finished mission 3 on Saturday. Well, everything looks stable. Guess we can go right to it, I guess. As we play as a character inhabiting the new voice of Bayonetta. Especially if recent events have shown anything. If Bayonetta somehow continues past the third one, then she might continue to be that voice for the foreseeable future. Oh god, okay. Oh, fuck off. Are you serious? Why is it suddenly... What the actual fucking hell? Now it's just... Ugh. Why is it now all of a sudden, like, hovering around, like, 2,500? What in the goddamn shit is going on? Hold on. Yeah, turning it off doesn't affect it. It's literally giving me red squares like just the whole way through. I don't know. Again, this is the sort of thing where like the problem is entirely on like the network's end. It's not affecting like the local recording. So, I don't know, if anyone is watching, like, do, like, pipe up just to let me know absolutely for sure if this is starting to present a problem as far as, like, viewability. Like, I seriously don't fucking get... Hold on. Like, would boosting it back up fix anything or not? No, it doesn't seem that way. It seems like it's just choosing to perpetually stay capped at about like, oh my god, this is fucking hell. God, this is just ridiculous. Shit, I don't know. This might not be a full playthrough. Hell, this might have to, like, prematurely, like, this might have to just be, like, another playthrough canceled if it's gonna, like, keep giving me this issue. What the hell, man? Okay, and now it's like a fucking... Yeah, it's still dropping frames, even though, like, the bitrate was, like, hovering, like, pretty high before. Just why is it fucking doing this? Hold on. I'll try restarting, stopping and then restarting the stream, see if that does anything. I'll keep the recording going just in case. What in the fucking shit? What the fuck? And it's still... Oh my fucking goddamn shit! What is wrong with this? How is it that it's giving me a problem now of all things and not during any of the bandwidth tests that I did in between Saturday and now? God, this is... Ugh. This is so stupid. What the fuck? Ugh. And it was going so well before. God damn it, just whatever it is, OBS, Twitch, my internet service provider, whatever it is, I just need the physical manifestation of it to appear right now so I can strangle it within an inch of its fucking miserable life. Oh my god, why? Ugh. And every time, like, I see, like, the goddamn square turn yellow, thinking it's gonna improve, but it doesn't. It never fucking does. And that doesn't really seem to fix it, like turning the scalar's resolution down. No, fucking... Of course it fucking doesn't. Wait, no, go back to... Ugh. This is just fucking dreadful. Like, why does it have to just screw me over this bad? After it looked like it was gonna be promising. Yeah, you know what, actually? Like, if it's gonna tell me that it's gonna keep dropping frames like this, and nothing is improving, no matter what I goddamn try, regardless of bitrate, yeah, I'm not doing this tonight. I'm not even... It's making me want to fucking cancel the playthrough altogether the same way I did Dead Rising. What in the fucking shit is my luck with this right now? Unless... Hold on, I'm gonna try something. Like, admittedly, I didn't test this before, but I know it's also kind of risky. But I need to see, like, how different this might work if I'm using Wi-Fi. Just a second, I'm turning this off. Or at least, hold on now. Okay. Disable the Ethernet. Ah! I cannot fucking believe this. Green bar. No drop frames thus far. We'll see how it goes, like, as I... It's still holding up. Fuck me. Fuck me! Even my wired connection is no longer fit for streaming now. How the hell did we get to this point? Like, I fucking knew that, like, my download speeds when I have this PC hooked up over an Ethernet cable is, like, kneecapped tremendously. But I thought that, like, for the upload speed and return that it wouldn't, like, kneecap it so much more than that. Like, why? Fucking goddamn why? Just, ugh. Yeah, between all the disconnects, reconnecting, and me just being in a real fucking pissy mood, it's probably gonna scare off like anyone else that just wants to hang out and chill and watch me play through some shit-ass 2003 GameCube game. I mean, that's technically kind of unfair. It's not shit-ass. It's just mid as hell. Interesting, but yeah, no lies about it. It's mid as fuck. Good soundtrack, though. Ugh. Fuck me. God damn it. Fuck you going into the corner when I can't hit you. Ugh. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing for streams in the foreseeable future. Gotta pull that fucking cord. And that's only at least when it comes to console games. Because the more I think about it, since I am having to use like a powerline adapter if I want to use my wired connection, and it is on the same outlet as like the power strip that like the consoles I use for recording and streaming are on. Fuck, that must be interfering. That must be the sole cause of it. It definitely explains a bit more as well, like why the hell, like when I tried playing 360 for Dead Rising like weeks back, it just did not want to cooperate whenever the fucking system was on. God, just this is such a mess. Chances are, it's like this probably wouldn't even be posing much of a problem at all if I was just sticking to playing PC games of all things. Oh my god. There we go. There. Just one more. Jeez, man, that almost hit me. Ugh. I mean, obviously the thing I'd be most worried about having to continue the stream on just Wi-Fi only is anything that could interrupt it and, like, cause the stream to lose connection again. In the end, I guess, like, the ideal network conditions I want can still not be had in this room. In this house, rather. But unfortunately, there's just no room in this space that I have to work with to, like, get a new coax port installed so that I can just plug it, the router into that and have immediate access to it. Wouldn't need to rely on that power line adapter anymore, but ugh. Fuck me, I'm deflated. I got no idea what else to talk about. Especially when playing through a game like P.N.03. Oh, fuck. Ah. Oh. Why do they do that? There we go. And last one. Oh, fuck. God. Really hard to get good visual clarity sometimes on when enemies are going to start firing at you, especially when they're that far away. Whatever, at least I've not died yet. I want to at least avoid the embarrassment of last time, where I kept dying over and over on like one trial mission before the start of mission 3. Ugh. Yeah, I don't care anymore. So this door? Maybe it's this door. Fuck if I know. You're not gonna get me again this time with this room here, dickheads. Is that all? I think it is. Yep. Sure is nice to have like a maxed out energy bar, so like I have multiple uses for like the main energy drives that I have. That's good, at least. Oh yeah, I should definitely... There we go! Alright, I guess we'll continue. And then any more points I get that can be used for upgrades, I'll just dump them into like the pre-existing suits. All right. God. Anyone else? Okay. There. Yeah, I don't care if I have to waste 2 Swan Pros on that. I'll take it. Just to get through it quickly. Oh, fuck you! This is the worst goddamn angle. I've arrived in the Kamiya slander free zone. That's good because we're in the P.N.03 slander zone. Oh, fuck off. Ugh. Also, you missed the you also missed the moment earlier in stream where I was like seething at like the state of the fact that, get this, because I had to use the Mikami slander free zone. True, I wouldn't slander Mikami himself. I'll slander the games that he happened to make that weren't in fact like a hit. Like that at least is fair. But no, you missed some serious technical difficulties that left me almost so deflated that I did not want to continue the stream after I realized it. Basically, while I would prefer to keep streaming like on a wired connection because I care about the consistency, that may no longer be the case because as it fucking turns out, because of the powerline adapter I have to use to like bridge a wired connection from my router to like my PC, I guess the upload speed is so gimped that I cannot get it to work without dropping frames constantly over the network. Which means I have to use Wi-Fi, because that lets me get like the max speed that I can. It makes no goddamn sense. I absolutely hate it. And I think the worst of all, it's kind of exacerbated by the fact that the powerline adapter that like my Ethernet cable is attached to, that bridges my PC to the outlet, that outlet also has the power strip that my consoles that I use for streaming and recording are plugged into. So it's the power draw. Don't mind frames dropping when that booty is shaking. Fair enough. Sometimes it could be... I guess it is easy for me sometimes to lose sight about, like, what is still enjoyable to the viewers, because I can only see, like, the stream metrics on my end. You know, just, like, how the technical performance is. So I can only really assume how it might be from my own perspective, which is where I'd probably be real fucking pissed if I saw stream quality just taking a nosedive in every facet. Ah. Either way, at least my frustrations aren't stemming from a game that is, like, demotivating me from wanting to keep playing it. How we feeling about the British lady turning out to be British? The funny thing about it is that, like, I kind of, like, went on doing, like, a rational and measured... I mean, that would come off as, like, sarcastic, but I do mean it, like, quite sincerely, like, thread on Twitter, since I already go to the trouble of having to, like, post, like, basically announcement tweets about, like, when I go live with streaming, that I decided to basically just tackle how messy the whole situation sounded. And that was just based on what we already knew back on the weekend. Now that we finally know that, like, yeah, she totally wasn't being truthful about the whole thing, it's like, I'm not surprised, though still kind of surprised, because the part that I thought was totally truthful turned out to not be so. You know? It was mostly, like, everything else to do with... Basically how I described this, that I basically believed her up through the first part of her 4-part video series of tweets. Everything else is where it started to feel a bit sketchy, just because of, like, the way it was trying to, like rally a fan base and, like, kind of weaponize it for, like, a cause that may or may not be right, just because of the lack of concrete info. Oh yeah, and I'm not even referring so much to, like, the stuff that people already dug up about, like, the people she follows on Twitter. Yeah. So, God, you know, fortunately, I should actually be glad that, like, whenever I post stuff to Twitter, because I don't have that rabid or active of a follower base, that I could probably get away with just putting out a tweet that is like, yeah, so how does it feel knowing that the bald-headed dude that blocks everyone on Twitter was actually right? Because I would at least be curious to see how many people still believe he's an asshole and that they're justified for harassing him, versus the people that realize, yeah, no, he's... Like, yeah, no shit, he came off more hostile than he did because A, English isn't Kamiya's first language, and B, he already has negative expectations about how people outside of Japan will interact with him anyway. So, fuck. That's just how it is. I only watched one video, except the other videos were pretty wild when I finally checked them out. Yeah, that was the thing, because, like, I saw those first, it was like the thing that kind of made me like check out the rest of it because I could not believe what I was hearing was when someone told me that during like the 4th video, she just straight up quote starts like retelling a story from the Bible, as if that's somehow fucking applicable to what she is talking about. That, as well as like the kind of iffy stuff where it just seemed like she was just trying to like put down or like discredit Jennifer Hale, like as a voice actor in general, which just comes off as very unprofessional in that regard. But yeah, just like the numbers and the fact that it's like the and as well as like the context of what that $4,000 like what that 4K payout was originally supposed to be. While this thing is people legit thinking Kamiya's a terrible person for not replying to them on Twitter. It's like, as well, because of, I already brought it up, it's like, it just further, it further solidifies the same point that Kamiya has been consistently frustrated about, in that everyone keeps attributing every single thing that comes out of Platinum as somehow being by his design. Like, dude, you really need Kamiya to follow you for him to not count as an asshole? Yeah. And then just like it also didn't help that, you know, that like for whatever goddamn reason Hideki Naganuma had to get in on the trashing, if only because of like, admittedly it was kind of funny in a way that I can understand why Gags. You know, we know how Gags enjoys and respects the pettiness of individuals, because he is a petty motherfucker as well. But, like, the whole thing with, like, basically fucking Naganuma trying to, like, act like he was slighted by Kamiya because someone asked Kamiya way back in the day, he was like, hey, if he would ever want to work with Naganuma on a game. And he was like, Hideki who? And it's just... And the thing is, Naganuma is actually an asshole. Yeah, exactly. But don't tell that to the people who completely have chosen to forget the fact that he made a series of tweets talking about how he had a girlfriend that was young enough to be his niece. Because yeah, that's not fucking creepy at all. No, not at all. What are you talking about? He's the funky uncle. Yeah. Oh, man. What a weird thing. And also still doesn't change the fact that, like, even if it turned out she was being more truthful than she actually is, as opposed to not at all, still wouldn't change the fact that, like, I'm still buying the game largely because of its out of part public service to ascertain how good / how whack Bayonetta 3 is gonna be. The fact that Jet Set seems to be in limbo because Sega wants nothing to do with him. Which is like, it feels dumb considering, because I still hold on to, like, that interview piece or whatever it was from, like, 2 years ago as part of, like, that 20th anniversary retrospective about Jet Set Radio. And the fact that the whole reason that original game like worked and resonated the way that it did was entirely because it was like made by fresh people with like a fresh perspective on what a video game could be. Like that's the important part that like most people seem to forget, because once it's established like these are the elements that make Jet Set Radio, then it becomes the commodity, then it becomes capitalistic in nature, and this is a game we're talking about where, motherfucker, you are fighting against the man. It is an anti-establishment as fuck game. Spraying graffiti all over like a police state as your way of expressing yourself to the world. I was more saying for most IPs in Japan, you'd need someone there fighting for it. Yeah. That, and especially because like the old producer of the Jet Set Radio games basically like telling to like describing about himself and, like, some of the other old staff from the original game, basically being like, you guys are too old to ever make a new Jet Set Radio. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, no wonder, like, Naganuma's, like, still seen as the Jet Set Radio guy, even though there were legit other people involved that were more than just him, you know? Like, there's the artist, there's, like, the gameplay designer, director, all that stuff. You would need literally so many new people bringing something so new and totally fresh to Jet Set Radio that if you were to reveal it initially, you would have to basically be inviting people to go, that's not the Jet Set Radio I know. Which, if that's the case, then I say good, because that means they're on the right track. The other musicians, too. Yeah. Yeah, freaking... Yeah, Richard Jacques. Like, should be talking about him more. Like, I mean, yeah, so what if he only contributed one music track to, like, each of the games? They're still bangers. Also getting acts like Guitar Vader in there. The person that made Birthday Cake go, we can leave her out of this. I'm sorry. Fuck Birthday Cake. Oh, man. And it's all a shame, too, because it's like, yeah, like, Naganuma's original tracks from, like, the Jet Set Radio days are legit still great. Like, they obviously fit what everyone thinks of when they think of Jet Set Radio. But it also feels like, yeah, dude, it's like, at this point, you might as well be turning it into your own style more than this is what the game is about. You can have more than your weird blend of, like, funky music to represent this already artistically creative game. Oh, man. Speaking of music, still really like the soundtrack of this game we're playing, P.N.03. I still feel like it is absolutely like one of if not the actual best aspect of P.N.03. At the end of the day, sucks that Helena went Scorched Earth and it didn't work out. Yeah, because oh man. I mean, I think I have a good idea of, like, what your take on this game was based on, like, when I brought it up on Discord. That, like, but if I recall, you basically say, yeah, it is, like, very much just an okay game. And I would agree on that. But no, just even thinking back again to, like, the stuff with, like, Helena talked about. Like, one thing that I even brought up in my thread was just kind of wondering, it was like, if this really was something where it was, like dealing with the fact that, it's that, but it's a game I'm happy it exists. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that. I think the part that makes me appreciate it existing more is the fact that it is very arcade-centric in its focus. You know? Like it manages to... It's funny, because it's like, between Mikami and Kamiya, like the stuff that they value most and, like, emphasize in terms of, like, arcade design philosophy, I do feel like when it comes to... Whenever Mikami does it, it comes off, I think, as, like, a lot more classic and traditional. The type will go to bat for any game having an identity of its own, especially when it's its own vibe, own aesthetic, own gameplay. Yeah. But it's the sort of thing where I think it's like Mikami's, like, arcade sensibility is based, I think, a lot more on, like, the kind of the strict and roads kind of practice and memorization nature of, like, perfecting a run in a way that is, like, totally doable and is like, yeah, there's more or less just, like, one core way of playing it and it's fine. Whereas Kamiya's, you know, the man who brought us DMC, Beautiful Joe, Bayonetta, and all that stuff, He's way more into the like it the looks at mastery in the sense that, like, I'd say it's the part where it goes beyond the basic mastery, where it's no longer just being it's no longer just like perfecting the game. It's perfecting and being able to have like enough energy left over to style on it. Because that's always what he's talked about, where he always enjoyed playing the arcade games where there was room to show off, you know? And that tracks. Like, pretty much all of his games like are built on that concept. Whereas Shinji's always gone for, it's all about like the simple, straightforward mastery and like the intrinsic fun that comes out of just how it feels to like engage with those mechanics and get good with it. Oh my god, I just realized, like, back to the P.N.03 thing you were saying. Yeah, it was mostly to do with like, because of the nature of union actors, because like we all caught on to this pretty quickly, I remember. You know, just the fact that, she got a replacement. And if it were as simple as, like, Platinum wanted to cheap out and hire a non-union replacement, that would have been extra shitty. Except Jennifer Hale's union. Literally every returning voice actor from P.N.02 is union. And it was like... And also combined with, like, the details that we even discovered at the time about, like, how many sessions it took for her to record her lines in Bayonetta 1 and how much the payout on that was. It was like... The thing that did not add up is that if she was making this sound like it was like a slight against her or like some sort of labor violation, you would think her first inclination would have to bring this up with SAG-AFTRA first, instead of taking the more drastic measure of breaking NDA. And now that we know that she lied like through pretty much the whole thing, it's like we can see why she went that route. Probably because everything about the rest of the production on the voice side, even if it is still low pay and there are no residuals, it still probably was not seen as anything that would have violated, like, union guidelines. She's like the head of that part of the union, too. Exactly, yeah. Like, Hale's real fucking prominent as, like, a union voice actor. You know, it's like her and like I think like two others that are probably in that same kind of like not just prolific nature, but also just the very strict approach of being like, we'll only do union registered jobs and nothing else. We'll not settle for anything less. So that was, Laura Bailey's one of them. I'm trying to remember who's the third one. I want to say it was like a guy or something. I'm almost wanting to default to Yuri Lowenthal or something, but I know that it's like that's only just because of him being in Bayo. I forget. Is Steve Bloom union? I wouldn't be surprised if he was, considering how long he's been in this game for. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe he is. Especially combined with the fact that, you know, like some of these voice actors, like Bloom especially, don't do anime voice acting anymore. They don't do anime dubbing anymore for the very good reason that anime dub voice acting pays about as shitty, if not more so, than video game voice acting. It's like there could have been a point made out of this whole mess of, like, getting SAG-AFTRA to maybe, like, step up, or like, unions in general to kind of step up talks with the games industry about, like, better pay and work conditions for their voice actors. But with a dumb move with, like, what happened over this weekend, that's basically set back now by however long it's gonna take. Which is a damn shame. Residuals should be owed to them, you know? Ow. I thought I could jump over that. Yeah. Like, it is perfectly fair to, like, expect and want that for people that, like, in terms of roles that contribute to a game or any piece of media, like, how it's fondly remembered. Like, I think, like, it's pretty obvious, I would say, that, like, come on, that has to be, and yet, about the 450 million, yeah, which is, like, yeah, that would come out to about 4.5 million, which I could maybe see that, but then again, it's, like, maybe at this point, it would have reached, like, somewhere around 4 million, but only barely, if we're being honest, considering how low the games sell anyway. The characters always had, like, the more enduring popularity than, like, the actual games themselves, at least when it comes to, like, the wider public conscience, which is a shame, because you would think that we'd have more people that understood, like, the value and craft that went into Bayonetta 1's gameplay, and actually realized, oh yeah, this is a gameplay-centric franchise. Of course gameplay is the most important aspect of this. But no, we don't have that, and that's why we got people that are still like, what are you talking about? Bayo 2 is so much better. No, I'm not going to engage you on why the combat is objectively worse. Like, again, it's as I described it, like the idea of boycotting Bayo 3 is, like, not something that you could just, like, try and, like, weaponize, like, being morally upstanding about. If anything, the morally upstanding decision to take with Bayonetta 3 is play it to ascertain where its final quality is going to lie. That's always the important part. We know this. Even though we have our own separate, ideas or assumptions of how that game currently looks in the preview phase, I know I'm more positive on it. I know you're going in with, like, no expectations while also saying it doesn't look good. That's fair. We're still going in with the same goal of coming to our own conclusions of how it ultimately is as, like, an action game. Is Protege more popular than their game? Protax more popular than their games? God, yeah. Boy, ain't that the truth. Although if that were the case, wait, no, I guess actually that would make sense. There's probably people that still remember Beautiful Joe more in terms of the character rather than the game. Which sucks, because Beautiful Joe is fucking rad. When I press start, I'll form my opinion. Totally, yeah. And again, like I said, that's the more upstanding decision to take than simply boycotting it, because it is an important thing to figure out for sure. Because after Bayo 2, it's got quite a bit to prove. Amaterasu easily more popular than Okami. Yeah, maybe. I think it's that, as well as with, like, certain people. I think the idea of Okami in their memories is more popular, or, like, more readily engaged with than Okami as it is an actual game. Which makes me come off like I'm doing, like, making a dig at Okami itself, but I still love that game a lot. But it is a 3D Zelda-like, and it is long as hell. Like, no shit. Like, there are probably people out there that are approaching the same category of Earthbound fan, where they're a fan of it despite not actually playing it or knowing what it's actually like to go through. Because it is a huge commitment. I'm open to Bayo 3 being good by being different, not going to compare it to what Bayo 1 does. Yeah, to be fair, that's exactly the same perspective I'm going with. I just know that, like, just the main point of contention that we've had even, like, from early on is just how we feel about, like, the kaiju stuff, you know? Like, I'm more open to the idea. I know you've obviously have, like, gone on saying that it doesn't look good to you. But again, it's like, we won't know for sure how good or how bad it is until we touch the game and see what sort of creative stuff can be applied to it, you know? There's only so much I can think of, like, simulate in my head how it could work. Especially now that we know that it's, like, there's no real, like, it's not really the kaiju stuff in theory or concept. Okay, it's more just speed and animation and how it, like, fits into, like, the tempo that, like, Bayo combat already goes at. Because that wouldn't, like, surprise me. But it's the sort of thing where, like, even thinking about that, I'd have to double check and make sure that, like, yeah, because I think that is the case. Whereas, like, it's specifically with Viola where, even though I think she only gets the one, I just don't like what I see from the gameplay as a whole. Something about it comes off as odd, slower, and less impactful. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's like... I guess I don't know for sure how it feels as far as, like, slower, and, like, the impact of it all. But I was just thinking again, where it's like when it comes to, like, the demon summons, like, just the giant, like, kaiju style. God damn it, what am I doing? Where it's like the only thing that has me iffy, I guess I would say, is that at least when it comes to controlling Bayonetta for her sections, is that, yeah, you get different demons that you can select to summon at a time based on, like, the weapon you have equipped. But it's the sort of thing where it's one or the other. Either you're moving around and you don't have your Infernal Demon out, or the Infernal Demon's out and you're standing still. Which is like, that's fine. I played Robot Alchemic Drive. That is literally that game's, like core feature. But I would think that it would almost be, like, worthwhile to have, like, a somewhat automated, like, third in-between state where you could have, like, you could still move around, but you don't have, and you have your Infernal Demon out as well, but you don't have entirely direct control over it. But then I remember, like, wait, Viola is technically that, though. Instead of standing in place, it has a bit of wonderful one-on-one to it on the kaiju front. Maybe a little. I mean, the obvious comparison is that, like, they're salvaging the core idea, as in if you can multimorph. Yeah, that's what I was, like, hoping it would be like. But I think the way it's turning out, actually, is that Viola's version of the kaiju stuff, I think, might be where, what I'm talking about, where your demon is out, but you could still move around and attack is the only thing that is applicable to her, you know? Because the only thing Viola loses when she summons hers is, like, she has... she tosses her katana to the ground because that's the summoning medium, and she fights with her fists. Which, that I think is actually, if I'm being honest, that's the more interesting way, I feel like, as far as handling the giant summon that fights alongside you. But of course, Viola's a more limited character because she has one weapon, one demon, and she has a dedicated block button. So, it'll be interesting to see, like, how much. We just kind of DMC a little bit. Yeah, almost kind of like... Yeah, I can see how it kind of, like, factors into something, like, if you think about it from, like, the... Oh, fuck. Yeah, like, yeah, Round Trip was exactly what was coming to mind. Thinking about it, funny enough. Okay, I gotta try that again. Yeah, that's definitely what it feels more like in the case of Viola's, where it is very much like a round trip situation. Whereas Bayo's, it is way more in... Like, it's funny how it has more in common with, like, a remote control giant robot game than it does what I think is... what I think might actually be more of what they were originally planning with Scalebound, you know? Scalebound, I'm pretty sure they really were trying to go for the idea of, like, these are two simultaneous entities that is, like, that can be active and constantly doing things at any moment. Which, to be fair, you could also say is, like, they technically realized that with Astral Chain. Yeah, it's V without the moving around part, which is... That's kind of damning when you think about it, considering how simple and, like, not too in-depth like V already is. And I say that as someone that is, like, more upfront about, like, how I appreciate V's existence in Devil May Cry 5. I know it's not the most fun character to play, but for something like DMC, where it constantly feels like Dante is always going to be, like, at the breaking point of how much you can reasonably fit into his character before taking away, it's good to, like, invest in and come up with more unique styles and characters, you know? Just don't replace Dante. Like, I think we can say that makes total amount of sense. Even me, as someone who at this point prefers to play Nero over Dante, I wouldn't want a real DMC game without Dante. And keeping a buck, I'm not expecting as much depth from P.N.03. Could be there, but wouldn't be surprised if there's a lack of it. Possibly. At the very least, I do feel more confident in, where it ends up in terms of depth. At least it won't land in, the same areas of frustration that Bayonetta 2 eventually had after a while, or at the beginning, rather. Where it's here are all the familiar mechanics you know and are good at, working as they are supposed to, except, oh wait, their damage and effectiveness is reduced because we added one new thing, and we couldn't find, a good, meaningful way to incentivize you use this other mechanic. At least none of the new mechanics and stuff that they've introduced look like there is, it doesn't look like they're trying to design them to be as brain dead as Umbran Climax ever was. But who knows? I mean, it's only however many days it is from there. I mean, yeah, somewhere around a week and a half. Yeah, 10 days. 10 days, rather, until we can pass a judgment. What I'm hoping for is variety being fun, not so much in depth. Yeah. And I do think, designing a campaign around, multiple characters that aren't just reskins of each other, that's definitely a first step, even though it's something that DMC4 already did, 14 years ago. And also, because I know that it obviously upsets the people that don't like it, fuck it. I am all in on what they are teasing with, that 2D Metal Gear / elevator action styles genre switch that Jean's playable section is going to be for. I'm all in on that. That looks like something that has about the same amount of, passion and attention to detail put into it, the weird genre shifts that were in Wonderful 101. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing, the extent of that. Because it looks like enough thought was put into it that you could make the assumption that in another world, they could have spun that off into its own game. Or at least, that gameplay style. They could have... Fuck, that's actually something where it's people should accept that Bayo and Kamiya stuff as a whole, the genre shifts to be in. Yep. Totally. Because, surprise, surprise, alleviating repetition is a very important part of video games. No matter how, the only way you're getting a game where, you're not going to be able to, get a modern game that is truly just focused on, the same core mechanical engagement, unless it is something that's short and, fast-paced like an arcade game. That's the only way it could work, because, the time it takes is, that's where it makes sense that you don't have a genre change. Yeah, like an arcade shmup wouldn't suddenly turn into a completely different game while you're playing it, because a good one of those knows to keep itself focused for a whole half hour at least. Neat when they work, fun to talk about when they're not. True, yeah. Whereas with how lengthy a Kamiya experience can be, yeah. No kidding. That's the approach to making sure that the experience of playing through it stays fresh to a degree. Alright. We can get through this just fine. Nice. Okay. Thanks for keeping me have some mid fun. Yeah, if anything, I really gotta thank you actually just for dropping by and just shooting the shit about a bunch of stuff, mainly because of the of like the technical difficulty frustrations I was having at the beginning of this session, you know? It's actually helped pick up my mood somewhat. So for that, thanks for doing me a solid on that one. I'll be returning the favor fairly soon once I find the right time to start streaming Disco Elysium. Just for you, man. But have a good day. Yep. Nice. Ooh. One of these days I'll do a better job of, I'll do a much better job of being able to, like, dodge these red enemies. Yeah. Like, I can duck just fine, but... Oh. It's actually moments like these where, like... If there's one video series I'll definitely be looking forward to in relation to P.N.03, it'll be whenever JTB finally gets around to doing that. Like, that playthrough, like, kind of walkthrough series that he wants to do, kind of like he did for Shadow of Rome. Just showing, like, an expert playthrough, because he's the only person I know who's really, really into this, to this particular game. There we go. And then we're done with this trial mission. Thank God. Alright. Oh yeah, and I've not... Yeah, let's just keep dumping some more stuff back into... Prima Fusion. Okay. Oh, what the hell? Why is it... Oh, god damn it. Even with Wi-Fi, I'm still getting, like, network frame drops. Just saw, like, it take, like, a big nosedive. God damn it, whatever. But then again, like, now that I'm just back to talking by myself, of course, I'm having to spend more time noticing what the OBS statistics are looking like. Anyway, back to the level where Krauser's theme comes from. Oh, come on. Alright. Oh, what the fuck? Is it actually... just the weird dips in frame rate. Oh, well. At least this is a short mission. It's only 6 rooms. That's totally fine. Oh, wait. Oh, God. I've got... Right. It's... Why did you... Yeah, this is what I wanted. Alright, going back through this. Why did you not... Activate Tengu, asshole! There. This is still probably gonna tank my, like, my rank somewhat, if only because... Oh, well. Okay. Alright, just keep it coming. Ooh, okay, come on. Just hit it! Oh, fuck off! Kept running outside of my range and just... Ugh. Dropped the combo right at the end of all things. Oh, well. Yeah, I guess I'm not too bummed about it, I guess. That was like a... Like, that room was going pretty well, though, all things considered. Yeah. Yeah, we're just doing Tengu right here. Alright, there we go. Oh, fuck. I should have realized. Yeah, there goes that combo. But hey, at least I got through no damage. May not be so bad in the end. Such a pain trying to like hit these things actually when they're constantly like juking back and forth. Shoot. Alright. Well, that's a combo drop. Oh, come on! You were all... Oh my god, why? There we go. There you go. Come on. Get up. Alright. Turned out well, even if it is a fragmented combo, even still. Okay. Yeah. Trying to make sure my camera's not losing track of my face. There we go. Man, what else is there to talk about, actually, while going through, like, a somewhat cool but repetitive game like this? I mean, I guess one thing that's actually come to mind lately is... I guess thinking about, like, future content-wise for next year. Oh, bullshit! Okay, try to. I'll finish my thought once I clear out this room. I'm sure there's a fancier way of doing this that involves a lot of dodging around and shooting, but I just do not care. Oh, hey, it's still a professional rank. Yay for me. Cool. What was I gonna go on about? Oh yeah, that's right, about future like content related stuff because of the just because I kind of like mentioned on stream like not too long ago that like I'd gone back into a Macross mode and found that Bandai is releasing next year like the first in a series of high grade models of Valkyries that basically are operating like on a shortcut change like type of system instead of like full parts transformation, because that trying to make that work in a model kit context seems like hell. I mean, it doesn't seem like it. Kind of was for me because I owned one. I owned like the 35th anniversary celebration of Macross, like Indorn version of the VF31J from Delta. But just thinking about how it's like the more I think about it, because I put the pre-order down for the model kit itself, and then later on I saw that they also had separately like you could order water slide decals, and I've never done that before, and I feel tempted to actually go with that instead of just using the stickers it comes with, because I feel I want to take the getting back into model kit building a bit more seriously, and maybe even like doing a stream based around that. I have no idea yet what all I would potentially need to make it fully work, but I do want to try. At the very least, it would make for like a nice enough like excuse to build a kit while also having a stream that just plays a bunch of Macross music. But I'm still thinking a lot as well, just like what all would I need? Yeah, like what all equipment would I need so that like the model kit building would like it would feel more proper, as opposed to like the weird amateur bullshit I ended up doing like when I made my old model kits, because I didn't have like a proper knife to cut or even like a surface to like cut the plastic pieces off on in the past. Not to mention the way that, like, the difficulty I had applying stickers before. And also the possibility of, you know, there might even be a chance that I may end up liking, like, how that model kit turns out. That Bandai will probably be guaranteed to keep getting my money for the foreseeable future for every, like, new high-grade Macross unit that they put, or Valkyrie unit that they put out in that series. I mean, like on the announcement page, they had like a silhouette of like another Valkyrie that could potentially be the next unit they go with. And based on the silhouette, because I am such a Macross nerd, I could immediately pinpoint upon looking at it, oh yeah, that's the YF29. Like, honestly, if that really was, like, the second one they go with, then, like, that's a good fucking pick. Like, I think the only other one that I think I would really like after that would be the VF31J, just because I would not mind having, like, another VF31 that feels a lot more stable and less anxiety-inducing when transforming compared to the one that I had before. Even though it did look really cool when you took into account, like, all the features, like the weapon loadouts that it had on it and everything. Like, that thing was sick. Definitely one of my favorite, like, Macross VF designs. YF19, that's still at the top. That's still the top of the pile. Along with all of its, like, VF19 descendants, including Neki Basara's Fire Valkyrie. Because that one's pretty rad. But, yeah, just, if it turns out that I want to do more, then that probably means my stream content will potentially become more varied by including, like, real-time model kit building, as opposed to just me doing what are essentially, like, live in progress, like, even more unprofessional Let's Plays. Because that's how I've always treated these, by my own admission. And not that that's a bad thing. I mean, like, the video content I've done first before even going down the streaming route has been Let's Plays, first and foremost. That's how it's been. Ugh, hold on. Yeah, I keep noticing, like, the face tracking just kind of, like, losing itself over time. With, like, I'm looking, almost like I'm looking a bit too far to my left towards, like, the screen, and it's just not catching it. Really gotta find, like, really need to get just, like, a tripod for that camera I use and have it situated literally in between my CRT and my PC monitors. I really do need that. There's still a lot of things for, like, work purposes that I still need to buy anyway. And even then, it's like one of the things I ordered, which was like a new, like a straight angled SATA power connector for my SSD. Like, I got a new cable for that goes to the power supply, but I've still not gone and like added it to the power supply and like plugged it into my SSD. Mostly because it's like, I would not be surprised if there still ends up being some amount of troubleshooting for that. That I wouldn't want to do it when I know full well that I have to, like, get ready to do another stream, like, almost immediately after. So I need to find the right time to, like, give myself a bit of, like, a buffer in between projects that I can plug in that new power cable into the SSD and, like, put it through its paces, make sure that it maintains power, that it really is compatible with my power supply, which it should be. The one thing I was led to believe between Type 3 and Type 4 connectors on a Corsair power supply, at least of, like, the 750 watt model size that I have, is that like, there's no fundamental difference in those power cords. It basically boils down to whether or not it's, like, a straight connector or a right angle, which seems real fucking stupid if I'm being honest. Because like, just the fact that it's a right angle connector interferes so badly with, like, the points that I can, like, mount the my SSD to the inside of the case. Like, yeah, I know there's, like, a small hard drive bay that I can, like if I had an extra tray for, like, mounting an SSD to it, I could put it there, but I would rather save that hard drive bay for hard drives only. Like, that's what it's meant for me, and I still need to get, like, a really large size, like 6 terabytes at the minimum hard drive that I can use to finally offload stuff from my external hard drives and put them into long storage. Ugh. Still bad at avoiding that. Ugh. Shit. Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, well. Regardless, by the time that that YF-19 model kit and the decals arrive, I'm definitely going to need to take the time to look up some tutorials on, like, how you actually apply water slide decals and what the tried and true good methods are for pulling it off. Because it sounds ultimately, in the long run, better than stickers. But it's also something that I've just generally not had to do any time that, like, I've done model kits in the past, so... I mean, for fuck's sake, like, the old Kotobukiya, like, Armored Core, like, model kits that I had, like 9-ball and 9-ball Seraph, I didn't have to worry about stickers for those. Hell, even the Scope Dog model I got didn't even need stickers for it. It was just the VF-31 that needed it. Which I guess makes sense. It was a Bandai model kit. But still, could be fun. Because I generally do miss having, like, those model kits. I mean, both having them completed as well as just, like, the pleasure of, like, assembling those things together, you know? Like, I grew up, like, getting Lego sets and building stuff with that. Like, just the joy of building things is, like, innate. And model kits for mecha basically scratches that same itch. But yeah, that'll be cool, especially if it's like each new Valkyrie that gets added to that series continues to be ones that are like designs that I like the most. The fact, I'm still like, I still feel blessed thinking about it that they straight up have like just the YF-19 as basically the first one that is like spearheading this new high grade series from. Oh yeah, I did already go through here. Yeah, just the YF-19 being the thing that spearheads this whole series. Like, what a good way to start. It would have been easy for them to just settle on, hey, it's the VF1. You know, the good old classic, the old faithful. But, no, honestly, at this point, those are played out, and in all honesty, as iconic as it is, VF1, and by extension, VF0, since it is the predecessor shown in Macross Zero, plain as fuck in terms of, like, transformation mechanisms. YM19 is when, like, the series started, like, just kind of establishing, yeah, no, there's, like, we could do way cooler, interesting things with how these fighter jets transform into Gerwalk in Batroid mode. Okay. We're back at this junction. There we go. Preserve the combo, just barely. Nice. There we go. And no damage. Nice. And another no damage clear. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. And yeah, that's the whole room. At this stage, it is usually just 5 that show up in this configuration. Yep. There we go. Yeah, it's so easy to just get, like, professional ranks. Just by being thorough and clearing out every single room. It's not even a matter of, like, how many points you get. Which still kind of amuses me in that sense. Alright, level 3. Okay. There we go. Nice. And look at that. Smoothly taken care of. Honestly, the tricky part about all this is just needing to be in the right mindset of just liberally make use of your energy drives. Even though it seems like something where you want to save it as much as possible. I mean, obviously I took damage there, but still a full combo. But it still kind of gets back to, like, just the core problem I have with the trial missions, where it's like, I really wish that these things weren't randomized. It would at least make it a lot easier to plan ahead of time, like, what is the best place to use your energy drives. Okay, alright, here's a junction. Ah, fuck. Ah. Oh well. Still worked out. I need to get some more energy, though. Oh, speak of the devil. Right. Halfway through already. Oh, fuck you. I still need more energy than this to work with. Like these energy drives, even though they're like some of the best ones to have, considering this is the Blackbird that we're using, man, are they expensive as hell. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, that works. All right. Ah, shit. That was a bad spot to be in. Couldn't even get a full combo. I forgot that's how that configuration goes. Oh, fuck. I completely forgot that they could somehow, like, get 2 shots off. How the hell? Yeah, I guess they do. I guess they are able to just do that. Wow. Wow, okay. It's whatever. But that's another trial mission all taken care of. Oh, bullshit! How is that not good enough to jump over? Ah! Whatever. Full combo. That's fine. Yeah, I guess when in doubt, just, like, make use of jumping, I guess, or something. Ah. Still pretty exhausted, all things considered. Yeah, I think that might actually be, like, the best strategy I should go with moving forward. If I ever come out of that door, like, I don't think I'm able to, like, switch and, like, kill both of those main targets fast enough before any of their stray shots hit me. Because staying in the center just seems ideal no matter how you shake it. That and, like, in the grand scheme of things, of all the energy drives that I have, Swan Pro doesn't take nearly as much as the others. So that's fine, I'd say. There we go. Okay. Yo! Sup, Ben? Oh man, just like both overlapping music in this instance is kind of like it was kind of tripping me up. I'm not gonna lie, just because I was kind of vibing to P.N.03 soundtrack. But hey, yeah, thanks for dropping by with the raid, dude. Well, hope you had a good stream on your end. Can I? Oh, didn't get under the laser in time. Went raid achievement hunting in Warcraft. Okay, neat. I have a little context for what that means on my end, just because I never played Warcraft. But oh well. I assume it has to do with raids. I know at least enough MMO lexicon in the basic sense. Not by choice, I must admit. All means we had to do some stupid shit before we kill a boss. Oh, good. So just like actual achievement hunting. Yeah, glad to know that that's largely the same. That's cool. But yeah, just stick around and enjoy like the music and the woman shaking her ass. As she's just jiving with the music. Cause it's that game. What console is this on? This was GameCube. This was part of the fabled Capcom 5 back in the day. Alongside Resident Evil 4, Beautiful Joe, Killer 7, and Dead Phoenix, which ended up just being plain dead because it never got finished. Yeah, this was like the game that Shinji Mikami had to direct like on a shoestring budget and a strict deadline because Capcom just needed anything to be out in like early quarter of 2003. Yes, this is one of Shinji Mikami's directed games. And it's one of those where I admittedly wrote it off pretty hard when I first played it, like years and years ago. Not when it was new. I only checked it out, like, I think 2 years after. So, about 2005. And then, it's only earlier this year where I decided to give it another shot. Proposing's hilarious. What the hell? Yeah, just, everything about her animations is just, like, it's supposed to imply that everything is in time with the music. You know? But I mean, like, oh man, if you think that's hilarious, look at, this is how she crouches. Yeah. She can roll. Like, that's the side dodge, but like doing it twice in a row does like a cartwheel. It is very, Vanessa's got some sex appeal, you could say. Especially in these dance moves, where she uses it to activate her special abilities. Including one that makes me invincible for a whole 10 seconds. Yeah, this game's weird. I kind of respect it a bit more now than I did back in 2005. But it's still pretty simple and kind of shallow in, like, what it's all about. That said, though, I do feel like this might technically be a worse game than The Evil Within, but I think this is a more fun game to play than The Evil Within. Like, if we're talking about games directed by Shinji Mikami that are kind of on, like, the lower scale of quality in his portfolio. Granted, I've not played Ghostwire Tokyo yet to know where that lines up. I assume it's fine. I just don't hear anyone talk about it these days. Like, it just came and went. Oh yeah, and one extra feature that I will always enjoy bringing up about P.N.03, because of how much it was like a super rushed out, like kind of project with little time to be worked on. There are 2 pieces of music in this game that got reused for Resident Evil 4 in The Mercenaries. You missed Mission 4 earlier, but that is one where the theme that plays throughout it is like the same theme that plays when you are Krauser in The Mercenaries. And then there's another mission later on where like that theme is straight up reused for Hunk in The Mercenaries. Interesting little detail. They had to salvage at least something good from this game for another Shinji Mikami project. Plus the general aesthetic of things. You can kind of see how it basically became more fully realized once he made Vanquish. Which, yeah, Vanquish, that's still a hell of a game. Fucking love Vanquish. Alright. So just keep going through, shooting enemies as they come along, while maintaining a proper combo. Like, the ideal way to go through any of these rooms is to, like, kill all enemies in a single chain while not getting hit. And naturally, I am not that good at doing both of those at the same time. That was bad timing. But hey, at least I made it through unscathed. Nice. Nice. It does feel good when you're able to, like, get the right timing as far as, like, navigating through, like, these laser tripwires. Definitely get a lot more use than that one laser hallway near the end of Resident Evil 4. That hallway was pretty awesome. There we go! Pegasus Pro is pretty good if you're just wanting to, like, properly focus fire on at least 2 enemies at a time. Just full-on concentrated damage with big fucking lasers. You'll love to see it. Okay. Oh god, this hallway, and I wish I had more... I wish I had more energy. Shit. Oh, fuck. Don't worry, I'll get through this. Oh man, drop the combo. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. That's the end of this randomized mission, and now we can go back to playing through a regular mission of all things. Because, yeah, these were all... Still gotta emphasize, again, all these are technically optional, but they're still important to do if you want to, like, unlock certain things, which is what I'm trying to do for this particular playthrough. Trying to, like, beat this game on normal with all trial missions completed and a professional rank, so that I can unlock the very final suit that goes in this slot. Yeah, I think I at least have enough energy to do Mission 5. And then maybe like another set of trial missions after, but then I think I'll call it quits for the night. Like, the repetition of this game does do a number on your brain after a while. At least this one's only 10 rooms. Oh, come on! There goes my no damage bonus. Fuck. What the hell? Yeah, this is why I would never be able to do a playthrough on, like, using only, like, the super, like, the final ultimate suit you can unlock, which gives you access to every single energy drive in the game, so all your special abilities, except you cannot take damage or you die. Like, that's the only thing, like... And I am bad at avoiding damage in this game, as you can clearly tell. So... Kind of like to see a modernized version of this game where you can use your own music. Might be neat. A little. I think there's, like, definitely versions, like, a potential modern version of this you can make where just, like, some of the control and mechanics side of things could be tightened up a bit more. Because I think kind of as I pinpointed, like, you could obviously tell from, like, how this is running. This is tank controls. I cannot move and shoot. I can aim and shoot, like, rotate, and it will, like, target whatever is, like, in sight. But, like, those aspects I'm fine with. It's just mostly when it comes to, like, how, like, your different, like, mobility and evasive actions kind of feel, as well as targeting. There are ways you could absolutely, like, make those feel a lot more better and fluid, and still work with, like, a tank control type of moveset. But music, like, for custom soundtracks would be cool. Man, custom soundtrack in games, that really is something that just... What a cool idea for, like, games to support that during, like, the early to mid-2000s, but just the whole... Just that idea dried up however many years after. Because actual, like, CD playback and uploading your own music to, like, your system's hard drive was something that just got, like, phased out as a feature that anyone possibly wanted. Ow! Shit. Would not be surprised if by the end of this mission I don't end up with a professional rank. We'll see. Still, just the thing I like most about this soundtrack is the same sort of reason why I like a lot of early 2000s, like, Japanese action game soundtracks. Like, most likely because of Devil May Cry before it. I feel like there was, like, a sudden push from, like, sound designers in this time where it was, like, they had seen The Matrix and really wanted to, like, find some way to kind of evoke, like, that similar, like, soundtrack type of soundscape to it. And just landed on, like, electric guitars and techno and air raid sirens. Just, like, that fusion that, like, that DMC1 did such a good job with on its soundtrack. Because this has a bit of that same feel. Beautiful Joe definitely has that same feel as well. Yeah, just like that specific style of techno rock. I kind of like it. Oh, god damn it, that's right. I forgot I should have killed the other two beforehand. Okay. That's 8 rooms down. Oh, come on! He just had to, like, scoot out of frame that it broke my lock on, and that just, like, killed the combo right there. Whatever. Okay, let's Tengu this shit. Invincibility, bitches! Oh, what the hell? Was that it? Damn it, I knew. I knew it wasn't going to be a professional rank after all that damage I took. Shit, whatever. Well, Prima Fusion at least is done. God, just like all these different names for suits, like Prima, Intera, Ultra. And it's like fits into like 3 different categories. Fusion, which is a balance of offense and defense. Blazer is all offense. Guardian is all defense. And then you just have Blackbird. You have Blackbird, and then you have this extra secret suit, which is called the Papillon. Assuming I'm pronouncing it correctly. Whatever, let's try and knock out like these 5 trial missions, and then I will call it for tonight. At least we'll be getting like some new rooms. Like a lot of new rooms kind of getting mixed in here. Yep. We're basically on the new set. Okay. Woo! Oh, wow. I almost did not get the combo because I did not realize that one fucking enemy spawned behind me. Great. Great. Okay. Yep, that's all of them. Yeah, for just as simple as this game is, even when it is doing like this randomized room layout bullshit that you sometimes end up with 2 of the exact same rooms in the row, you can still feel like the old arcade sensibilities that Shinji Mikami is way into. Like, I have moments whenever I play this where, like, I feel very good that I, like, read an enemy's, like, movement and attack pattern correctly, that I just can dodge it effortlessly. One more over at the end here. Nice. And that's the end of that hallway. Now I gotta run all the way back to the start and take that other fork in the road. Oh, man. Still the part I dislike the most, having to go through these trial missions, when you just have, like, you have to take one path or the other, and sometimes it might be a long detour, and then you have to just run back through empty room upon empty room. Like a more focused arcade-style game where it was made up of just the uniquely crafted levels and just none of this trial mission shit that you have to go through would, at least in my mind, go a long way in making it feel a lot more interesting of a game. Probably would not have done well, probably would have made reviews even worse for this back in the day, considering how often, like, reviewers and even, like, players back then were like, a game sucks if it's not X amount of hours long. And obviously with like, playing games as long as I have, even as someone that can appreciate when a game is long and feels like it's trying to get my money's worth, even I know that, like that kind of statement or belief is utter bullshit. The hell? Just... Oh my god. Ugh. Straight up spawn behind me. Did not even see them. That was stupid. I mean, would it hurt for this game to, like, have a more smartly designed spawn system so that they actually are guaranteed to always spawn close to you no matter what, regardless of position in the room? Alright. No damage. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's keep this combo going. Nice! Full combo for this entire room. God, that felt good. It's 11 rooms down. Fucking missiles. God damn it. And that's the end for this mission. Not in this room, though. In the other one. It's always funny when you end up on, like, the 13th room, and it's a T-junction of all things, so whichever route you take, it's always gonna end up, like, in one of these. This fucking game, man. Jeez, I no damage 3/5 of that entire level. Impressive. Oh, no, I don't want to go there yet. Still need to go through 4 more of these. Definitely wondering how many more levels it's going to take. There we go. Full combo. Had to use a whole shit ton of drive energy gauge, but that was worth it. Nah, I'm not gonna deal with that encounter yet. Oh my god. Oh fuck. This is always what I hate. You go from a T-junction room into another room. You are fucking shitting me right now, game. 3 of the exact same room in a goddamn row. Yeah, fuck you, Mikami. Oh my god. Okay, good. I was about to have a stroke if the game decided, no, okay, we're gonna give you a 4th copy of that exact same room. Like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh man. But on the plus side, like, all of these, like, forks in the road should mean that, like, they reach a dead end very soon. I mean, oh yeah, this is even a dead end as well. Nice. That's an extra good reason now, more that I think about it, that I left those enemy encounters alive for the time being. Because fortunately, this game does not penalize you for leaving a room before you proceed to do anything with the enemies in them. You know? This isn't like Ninja Gaiden 1, for instance, where you leave an encounter that is, like, ranked and gives you karma, and you just, like, you forfeit that reward entirely if you so much as leave before finishing. Nice. All done. Okay, so it's not a dead end just yet. But it is one of these. Second one's supposed to spawn. There it is. Come on. There. That's definitely something that I think, like, if there was to be, like, an updated version of this game, I think one thing that would be appreciated, you know, if you still want to keep the semblance of, like, this lock-on system, then at least have the option to, like, change your firing mode so that you can decide between firing at the last node position or firing at, like, where they're expected to go, you know, like, lead the target. I feel like that's something that would be greatly beneficial for, like, the various enemy types that are in this game that actually like to move around quite erratically. But also, that could make you just as liable in another way of, like, missing your shots even more. So I guess that would be an extra headache of trying to juggle between those different firing modes. Still gets back to the core point where it's like, this is not a bad idea for a game, and there are definitely ways to go about improving on it while still maintaining its original identity down to, like, the core gameplay controls, you know? Like, yes, you are shooting a lot of things, but this isn't like a regular third-person shooter. This is straight-up tank controls. That's how it's designed to be. Screw you. It's tank controls, and it's gonna stay that way. But there's just other ways you can, like, improve on the concept as far as, like, reliable mechanics and features. Oh, come on. I dodged, asshole. Well, that was kind of a shitty room to go through. Ah, whatever. Oh. Excellent. Okay, good. There's just one more room after this. I still greatly hate this room for, like... I still cannot figure out for the life of me, like, how to properly control these spawns and, like, chain them all together in a way that, like, makes sense for a full combo. Because I'm always going to end up missing one. Especially when these fucking spider bots decide to spawn right behind me. Like, what the hell? Can you not choose to just spawn closer to where I am as I am moving down this long-ass corridor? Like, come on. Alright. Just 3 more to go. Ugh. And then we'll be done for the night. We can tackle mission 5 another time. Which will definitely be Friday, which means... You know, just again to reiterate, Thursday is my birthday. I obviously don't have any stream plans for that day, mostly because it's, you know, it's also on a work day where, because of my new hours, I am working a bit longer on Thursdays than I normally would. Mondays as well, which is why these are now Tuesday streams. But yeah, Thursday's my birthday. Wednesday I'm getting treated to like an early birthday dinner, ordering in some ramen, because I've been having a hankering for that ever since leaving Washington. You know, like, because like there used to be like a ramen bar fairly close to like where I used to live down there, and like that place was great. And I've just, like, for the 2+ years that I've been living back up here in Alaska now, for whatever reason, I had not taken the time to, like, do some digging around and see, like, what ramen places there are up here in Alaska. So I'm gonna correct that for a bit and actually get some ordered from there. Maybe even, like, get some inspiration as well as far as, like, wanting to make my own homemade ramen and, like, what would be, like, some interesting ingredients to get that I could, like, make for my own homemade dish. Okay. So far, this mission's been pretty straightforward. We haven't had, like, the stupid as hell diversion of, like, 3 T-junction rooms in a row. Again, like, hallways like this are such a pain in the ass to combo. Oh, now we got another T-junction. Okay. Let's check this way first. Yeah, that was a short hallway. Okay, now this is another T-junction, but from like the from the opposite end. I see how it is. Ow, fuck. God damn it. Okay. Hopefully these lead out into dead ends. Okay, this one definitely does. Alright. Oh, look at that. Another dead end. Nice. That's good. I can work my way back to that other junction. And work my way through, like, that, through that enemy layout. Okay. That's good. Ugh. Alright, let's work through this now. Oh great, another junction. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I feel like those compared to like the old T-junction rooms that we were going through for the first set of trial missions just felt like these ones just feels like so much more exhausting to have to go through, you know? Mostly because of like just how much bigger in size it is. Actually, you know, I don't need to pick those up. I'm already maxed on health and energy drives. It's fine. There. God damn it, the spawns are just never as consistent as I wish they were. I guess that's kind of the point if they want to like keep you on your toes, but still, kind of a pain. Okay, don't kill those two first. Instead, go this way. Like so. That's how you do that room properly for a combo. And that's it for this midpoint in the set of trial missions. I still desperately wish this wasn't something that like the game absolutely requires of you if you want to unlock things. All right. 2 more to go. Hopefully I won't be struggling too bad when I get to, like, the last mission. Just trying to wrap things up so I can, like, end the stream and get ready for bed. There. That's good. Yeah, might as well. Just don't want to waste time. This is definitely just one of those rooms at this stage where it's like you have to use energy drives if you want to safely get a full combo and not take a bunch of damage. Where the hell did that other rocket come from? Oh well. Oh, shit. Okay. Still kind of a sloppy room. Need to get better. Oh, shit. Alright, fine, fine. There. Okay. Good. I'll take it. I am completely dry on energy, so I'll have to make do with what the game gives me. Yeah, green health pickup. That's definitely what I needed. Come on. Ugh. Alright, another one of these. They really do enjoy reusing this room concept. There. Oh, goody. It's not that much energy, but it's a start. Okay. That's all clear. Come on, stay still so I can kill you. Thank you. There we go. Is that... Oh, no, there's one more behind me. Shit. Oh. Couldn't jump in time. But I think that was all. Yeah, that was all the enemies in that room. Good. Alright. We'll check this side out first before clearing out the other room. We're definitely near the end of this particular mission. Done. Alright. Just 2 more rooms. We can move on to the last trial mission for the night. Oh my god. Oh, I almost missed that combo. God damn, man. Nice. Shit, I think this is the first time I finally got a full combo on at least that configuration. I know level 5, because that's like the hardest one, like I think adds at least like an extra enemy or 2. But nice, I at least got that one done. Alright. Mission 5. Let's wrap this up and call it a night. This room I still cannot be bothered to, like, fully chain together correctly. Like, this one's just like a nightmare, I feel, when it comes to, like, knowing when and how to approach each enemies. I feel like it's a case of you have to, like, be sure that you can weaken, like, these red enemies just enough that doing so will, like, you can then have no problem keeping the combo going after you kill, like, the little floaters, because of how, like, the weak ones just give you 5 seconds tops, whereas these ones give you, like, 16. Like, that's ridiculous. Okay. I was wondering what that noise was, but I think that was just the lasers. Okay. Oh, I should have held the button a bit longer. Why did I have to drop the combo right there, of all things? What the fuck? Alright, another long corridor with these spider bot fucks. Come on. Yeah, I'll take the damage just to keep the combo preserved. Even though it's a small point value. You gotta do what you can. Ah. I'm trying to... You fucks. I should have used Tango at the start before I even started the combo. Oh god, this is gonna drop it. No, no, we're good. Oh, but this is definitely gonna drop it, though. Yeah, it did. God damn it. Ugh. Oh well, 7 out of 9 in a single chain. Could have been worse. Yeah. Still just one of the absolute easiest hallways to, like, properly chain a combo in, no matter the difficulty. Okay. That's 10 rooms. Good. Come on. Kill it. Kill it fast. Good. Oh no. It didn't spawn in the place I wanted. What the hell? Oh shit. That room did not go how I felt it should have. Oh, again, I forget every time. I should be doing this first. Ah. Oh my god, what the fuck? It still wasn't enough time. I should have gone for that enemy first instead of any of, like, the smaller ones. Ah, fuck. And I did so well on, like, being able to finally chain together, like, that intermediate room. Fine. Oh, come on! No! Please, just don't die. Just do not get hit by anything. Okay, good. Woo! Oh, wow. Oh, man. That was way too close. Way too close. Wait, hold on. How is that? Did I just miss a room? Oh, whatever. It still got me a professional rank. You know what? Fuck. I don't care. That's fine. So that's all complete. I could do mission 6 next. But I am certainly tired, so we're going to call that for tonight. Thanks everyone that tuned in, especially those who were fortunate enough to show up after my slew of technical difficulties right at the beginning and the horrible realization that I'm basically going to have to leave my fate up to the gods of Wi-Fi if I want to stream with as little frame drops as possible. Because fuck me, I feel like just doing it over Ethernet, over a powerline adapter is no longer going to cut it if my upload and download speeds are going to be this handicapped. Or kneecapped, rather. Because that's what it feels like. So, next stream will be Friday. You know, taking the time tomorrow. And then obviously Thursday with my birthday. To just kind of relax a little. We'll resume the rest of this game and hopefully beat it over the course of the weekend. And then I can move on to Disco Elysium. Yeah, thanks, Ben. You have a good night as well. Alright. Take care, everyone. Later.